I think it's difficult when the league's done. I mean, we've seen teams that have wrapped the league up, then go and get thumped in the last kind of derby of the season.
That's
so
true.
There's no chance. And by the way, you could argue that's what's happened in the last two games. See, the season's been done.
You're right. Actually, you're right.
It happened to Ange as well.
Happened to Ange, thumped in the last game. I think it happened. I think it happened during the Rangers 9 in a row years. They went to Hampden with Celtic, a really poor Celtic team, and get thumped. 3-0. So I think Celtic won 2 out of 3 or 3 out of 4 that season as well, and lost the league by a mile. So it can happen. So listen, they'll talk it up, but listen, they've kind of done their work for the season, really. And I think what you see is Ben and Royce will try and set kind of little kind of mini targets for them. I think getting back at Rangers is probably going to be one of them. And getting the goal tally for the season, whatever it is another one. Well, no, it's hard. It's difficult once that. What I think the response since the St Johnstone game with Celtic has been pretty impressive. I mean, the manager has filleted them in Perth. When I was there that day, and he was sitting fizzing, and the response since that has been pretty spectacular. I mean, 3-5 goal wins in the bounce. Talk about emphatic. Aye. So I take your point, Daniel. I think they might have an appetite to keep that going again. But again, Rangers could turn up and win 3-0, no bother. I mean,
I know you can't call it. I know.
An enigmatic team. I just know they look. In the last couple of games, Rangers have looked a bit kind of beaten. After the European exit, it looks like that they might have run their race. So it might be one of these. I think it's one up. By the way, you look at this fixture. What it won't be is dull, because if you look back at this fixture, when was the last time they do nothing each?
Aye.
I mean, I think they've had 3-0 each draws in about 25 years.
I think I said this after the last game, Mick. I would put the Old Firm as a fixture. I'm not saying it's up there in terms of quality with Man City, Liverpool, or whatever. But in terms of an entertaining fixture, I think it's the best in the UK. It never fails to deliver.
I don't think there's been. I think there's been 3 goalless draws since the turn of the century. I think I looked at it the last time. You look at the last games: 3 each at Ibrox end of last season, 3 each in the cup final, 3 each at 3-2 the last game. I mean, it's preposterous, these games, how much happens in them. So I could see another daft one, because there's nothing at stake. Celtic want to go out and play football, and that might leave them exposed at the back. Rangers will be guys that can hurt on the break. So you might end up with another silly one, another 3 each or 4 each or something that's ridiculous, which is not good for the guys that are working at it, trying to get their work.
Mick, before we kind of round everything off, at the weekend, would you go Maeda through the middle or Idah?
Well, it looks like, I mean, Jota obviously is going to be absent for Celtic, so you'll be thinking, does James Forrest come in there and he sticks with Maeda through the middle, or does he play Maeda back on the wing and Idah up front? I think you've got to give the guy a shot to go and try and. I mean, as I say, it's a bit of dead rubber, but it costs a lot of money, and he's been put a lot of trust in him at certain times. I think you've got to give him a shot and let him go play through the middle. If you're Celtic, you're going to be absolutely cynical. You play him through the middle and try and launch high balls up to him. In fact, you play Liam Scales up front and just go in the middle.
That'd be good.
Rather than stick to the usual game plan that hasn't really worked the last 3 games. I think you stick Austin Trusty through the middle and just go along, put on the scraps. I don't know. I suspect he might keep Maeda. I think he might get James Forrest run out on a flank, but I don't know. I think it'd be a bit of a kick in the teeth. I think at some point to get dropped, left the bench again. So I don't know.
I think after he does 2 goals at Tannadice, he has to get an odd, doesn't he?
You think so?
Surely. And listen, we all know what trouble Daizen Maeda regularly causes James Tavernier. I mean, I know Rangers have obviously won the last 2 games, but Maeda is a problem for them on that side normally. So I think he'll go with Idah. I think he'll put a wee bit of faith in him and say, go and show me what you can. Go and show me what you can do. I mean, Jota missing will be a blow for them and a boost for Rangers. Obviously, get into the game, but I think he'll probably go with Idah up front. And I agree with Mick. I think it'll be tough for Rangers on Sunday. It sounds crazy. You should always be able to get up for an Old Firm game, but as Mick said, they just look beaten now. Aye. No, the last couple of games they've struggled at home anyway. No, the games that Barry Ferguson's had in charge, I mean, they've struggled badly at home. Celtic are coming buoyant, obviously, having wrapped up the title. rattling in goals the last 2 or 3 weeks. I think it'll be tough for Rangers on Sunday. And it's no surprise Celtic. I checked the odds last night. Actually, Celtic are big favourites, odds-on favourites, despite losing the last 2 fixtures. So that tells you what the bookies think.